Hi, I'm Samantha Kriegshauser from Adult Enrichment Center, and I am here with my friend and coworker Cassandra. And today we're going to be talking about faith and folks living with dementia, cognitive decline, or Alzheimer's.
So, where does that fit with talking about dementia, faith? What do you?
So, it comes down to personal choice. You may have a family who faith is a huge part of their life.
Okay.
And now with their person living with dementia, maybe they don't feel comfortable attending service because their person can be somewhat disruptive. So they feel like they're not able to practice their faith the way that they want to. And that can sometimes lead to some questions, some resentment. They feel bad if they take their person to church and they're disruptive because then they feel like people are staring at them and they didn't get what they needed. Or maybe the church isn't as understanding of their person's disruption. They may not be in a position to leave their person at home to go without them. So then they're missing service. And for some people, that is extremely important, but it can also be their kind of like their safety net of if I don't get to my church and get to be with my people and have this in my life, then I'm not as good a caregiver because I need that. So faith is a very personal subject, but it gets sticky when your person living with dementia. The other thing that happens sometimes is your person with dementia can become hyper focused on religion. What do we do a lot when we're home alone? A lot of our folks watch TV, and there's a lot of TV evangelism programs. And so your person can become suddenly hyper focused on religion and things that they hear on the TV. And so the family's kind of like, wait a minute, where is all of that coming from? And so that can cause some problems. So recommend, nowadays we have those things called parental controls where you can block certain stations. So if that's a negative in your family that's causing a disruption and causing anxiety for your person living with dementia, then maybe you want to limit the exposure to that.
Okay.
However, if that is what keeps your person calm, then it might be a blessing.
Okay.
So this is where that individuality comes in. You take your cues from your person. If you are unable to attend service the way that you feel that you need to because you have your person living with dementia or Alzheimer's, then maybe this is where you can get a friend or a family member or even a paid caregiver to come in and stay with your person so you can go to service. We have a lot of things online now. I know it's not the same social. Doesn't happen when you're online. You're not actively engaging with other people, but it can be a connection. You can also talk with your church about,
I was going to ask,
are there options? Is there a space, like we have a space for moms who need to take their child out. Is there a space where you can sit and not be disruptive to the service, but still be engaged in the service? Is your congregation or your church willing to have a conversation about, there's a local church that started a dementia-friendly service, and they hold an entire service after the morning service. So the regular worship come in and they have service, and then they leave, and then they hold a second service where everybody who is caregiving for someone with dementia can come, and their person is welcome as well. So if it's disruptive, it's okay because everybody in there is in the same boat. And so a dementia-friendly service could be an option that you could explore with your church and see what their openness to it is. There are a lot of ways around this, but if your person becomes hyper-fixated on, prayers or church or heaven, roll with it as much as you can. Unless it is causing them anxiety or unless they're sending money to someone on TV, we want to monitor all that. But let them experience faith however they need to in that moment, as long as it's not affecting their health. We don't want anything we had a member who became very fixated on heaven and hell to the point that they didn't sleep. The agitation, the fixation, and they didn't understand it. They took probably one thing that they heard and it was all messed up in their conscious. But at first it was like a mild thing and they wanted to pray all the time. So the family just let them stop and pray and everything was good. And then it became more of an obsession almost, to the point that we were experiencing extreme anxiety
Oh, wow.
over this. But explaining it or having a conversation didn't help because our person couldn't comprehend it.
Yeah.
So it ended up that they did limit what was available on the TV to help kind of fix this fixation. Sometimes playing hymn music or gospel music can be calming to someone. Just use your best judgment about what is appropriate for your person and your family. But don't let this become a reason why you don't get to practice your faith if that's what's important to you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's really good. Really good.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. We were talking about faith and dementia and Alzheimer's. You can learn more at our website, www.adultenrichmentcenters.org, or you can follow us on our YouTube channel.